Did Thunderbolts stopped the downfall of MCU? Or maybe it was just a mistake that it wasn't completely awful. Hi, I'm Jasmine, and today we'll talk a little bit about MCU through the years and how Thunderbolts somehow gave the feeling of the old Marvel to the fans. MCU started in 2008 with the release of Iron Man, and through whole Infinity Saga it was pretty good. It was with the start of Phase 4 it all started to fall apart. Phase 4 started with first and only season of WandaVision, and while this TV show was pretty good, the others not always. MCU has 51 productions in total, which is 36 movies, 14 TV shows and one Christmas special. Right now, we're in the end of Phase 5 and it's going to end with the first season of Ironheart. Thunderbolts is the second last production and it was surprisingly good. I went to the cinema and I didn't expect anything. Well, I was expecting disappointment because this is what I got from the latest productions, which is, for example, the Marvels, which I was very excited about, but it wasn't interesting. It had very rushed ending and the whole was just, well, not adding up. But Thunderbolts was different. It brought back old Marvel, but it also had something new, which was, well, the whole plot with mental health and depression. It was very good because, well, if they did just like something like Avengers, but again with different characters, it wouldn't be as logical, because with those characters, well, they couldn't just make a movie and do not talk about trauma. In 2008, Marvel released first movie, which was Iron Man, and in 2009 it was bought by Disney. But there was no change then. It all started change with COVID, the beginning of TV shows in MCU, and, well, all these rushed productions that were just released so they could make money, I would say. I mean, of course they did that because they want to make money, but in some moment it was just like they didn't have the idea of the whole plot. It was just to release new things so people didn't get bored. But with the 10th TV show that didn't bring anything new and even CGI was bad, people did in fact started to get bored. And not just bored, angry, because they didn't have their favorite characters anymore and they didn't have even like the whole vibe of it. But right now, I think Marvel and Disney started to realize that it's not the right direction, because people will start to get bored. People will stop coming to the theaters to watch the new movies. And it's not the outcome that they want from it. Infinity Saga ended with 23 films. And it was whole 3 phases. While the Multiverse Saga, which only has 2 phases and not even ended, has a lot more productions. And I think it was the main problem, because they were starting to do too much and didn't think about what they are doing just to do. People will watch because it's Marvel, right? Right now, the next production, the next film will be Fantastic Four. And then we will be able to see if the Thunderbolts was just one good movie or is there gonna be more. Because it's still possible that how good Thunderbolts were, it was just a mistake and like it wasn't planned. It's like they just wanted to do a next boring movie and somehow they did something good. I don't know, but it is possible. Of course, I do not want to criticize anyone who worked on the movies, because maybe some people actually had like they actually were wanted to tell some story, but in general, well, it didn't work out. And while in the whole mess that was happening in the phase 4 and the beginning of phase 5, were released some still very good productions like Doctor Strange in Multiverse of Madness or Lucky. It just disappeared in all of it. We could also see, which was also another problem, the fact that they tried to change their reach audience. I mean, maybe not change, but they definitely in some moment they thought that they want to get more mature and older audience. They released productions like Moon Knight, Secret Invasion, Echo, Deadpool and Wolverine, or Daredevil Born Again, kind of to reach the older audience. But while Deadpool and Wolverine actually ended up being a huge success, it really didn't actually bring a lot of people to MCU, I think, because it wasn't connected that much, and also it was the third part of Deadpool and even farther part of the story of Wolverine, which was in X-Men and in his own movies. As I said before, when I went to the theater, I didn't expect anything from Thunderbolts. And while I was watching it, I saw like, maybe it's good, like, maybe it's actually good, but until the end, I didn't want to just like say, yes, it's good, because I was scared that it still can be bad. But hey, they made something good, and they made actually something that feels like Marvel, because all the other productions that were released, maybe some of them were funny and were cool and okay, but they didn't feel like Marvel, like the old movies, like the first Avengers and all of that. Like, this didn't. And while I understand that in the beginning they were building the whole story, the whole world, to the audience that didn't read comics at first, and then they made all this big finale and it was all very heavy, and then they wanted to again make the world from the beginning. It didn't work like that, and it was the problem. But still, they can do something that feels like the older movies. The building of the characters, of the whole plot, and the groups, of the superhero groups that are there. But I still think like, it's Marvel and it's not that heavy, like, it's not like the finale, but it also has a lot of impact and interesting story to tell. Right now, it's hard to tell what can we expect from the next productions. But we will see with Fantastic Four will still be that good. Right now we can see that we will get new groups of superheroes, and I'm very excited for that because we have Thunderbolts as new Avengers. We're gonna have Avengers created by Sam Wilson, and we also probably gonna get Young Avengers, which we don't know if this is gonna be the name of it, but in comics they're called Young Avengers, and right now we have a lot of already we have a lot of characters that were in some of the productions that are possibly gonna be in the Young Avengers, like America Chavez, Wiccan, Kate Bishop, or Mrs. Marvel. And I'm very excited for that. But also I was very excited for the Marvels, and then I was disappointed. So I don't want to get my hopes up, but I will definitely wait for something to do with this, because it's one of the most interesting me part of the story is Young Avengers. So I will wait for this for sure. But right now we can also see that there is possibility that they will go with exactly like the plot that was in the first saga, like with the whole Captain America Civil War and the all characters being in two separate groups of superheroes, like kind of against each other, but also wanting all having the same mission. It is possible, but this time instead of like the rights and wrongs, they will argue about the name. I mean, it is a joke. It's kind of still possible that it will be like that. So we will see with Fantastic Four and Avengers Doomsday how it will look. But, well, maybe it will be cool. Another problem of Marvel was all the controversies with Jonathan Majors. He was kind of based on his character was the whole plot of the new saga, and with all the controversies and well, him being arrested and Marvel deciding to change the whole plot, I think it could be something good, like the changing the plot and the comeback of Robert Downey Jr. to MCU as a villain now. I mean, it's very very cool idea, and also it's very funny that they now need to reuse the actors for different roles because all the actors that would want to star in the movies, they actually already were some characters. Not literally, but so many actors actually played in the MCU. It's amazing how many people are part of it. Well, I will make another video after the release of Fantastic Four, and then I will probably just like do an update of what I think and how my thoughts about what is happening right now with MCU. Are they still gonna be equivalent and actually like making sense then? Well, we will see. I hope you enjoyed my talking, and bye! See you next Wednesday.